How's it going, gents? Here we are today on the new Triumph Bobber Black. This is Triumph's new Bobber. It's not just black, it is actually slightly different from the old Bobber. Very, very popular bike for Triumph. I think their fastest selling model motorcycle was the original Bobber. I think being a new model for them, they had a few revisions, and they've implemented a few new things on this Bobber Black. And it's a cool bike. It's a cool bike. I'll be 100% honest, I'm not a cruiser guy, never owned a cruiser in my life. I have spent a lot of time on them though. As you know, I went to France on a Harley Davidson. I've ridden a whole bunch of Victories, Boulevards, and a bunch of different Harleys and stuff. First Triumph kind of cruiser, and Jesus, is it sad that Triumph are making a better looking motorcycle, a better looking cruiser than Harley these days? Because as I said, I'm not a cruiser guy, but you know, if I had to have one, geez man, it would be this. Keys down here. Trying to get some cool urbany pictures, that's why I'm underneath a bridge. I'm not a troll. I wanted someplace cool and urban, because why I'm not in the hills, I'm not at a cool location and stuff. This kind of motorcycle, it's a city kind of bike, man. It needs to be seen by people and stuff. I'd be on the beach, but it's winter, and it's like, even though it's perfectly blue sky and it's sunny and stuff, it was like 3 degrees this morning. It's freezing. That's why I'm not going near the beach. Way too cold. Geez, Triumph. I like when a company takes a really good kind of motor or platform and builds a whole bunch of different bikes around it. Kind of like KTM do with their 690 motor or their 390 motor. Take something that's good and build a couple of different bikes around it. Because as you'll know, I rode the Thruxton R, I rode the Triumph Scrambler, and this is another one of those, I think they call them the modern classics. It's basically like the Bonneville motor. So this has got the 1200 high torque Bonneville motor. So she gets up there, she's responsive. Ooh. Really freaking responsive. Not as quick as the Thruxton R motor, so I won't be doing any 12 o'clock wheelies. Not a racetrack either. All those Thruxton wheelies were awesome on that racetrack video day. But she definitely freaking moves. It's different to a V-twin. It's a parallel twin, so it's a bit different to, say, the Harley, the Sport Glide that I had in France. I would say this gets up there quicker than the Sport Glide, but it's a revvy sensation. It's not pure torque like the big Harley V-twin. But again, this motorcycle, I wouldn't say it is super lazy. It's anything a bit more like a Sportster. As you can see, I got my legs more forward. I'm crouched. And my arms come straight a bit. It's not a laid-back kind of cruiser. It's more of a Sportster where you are kind of in a slightly awkward position where you've got your legs still in front of you, but you're leant over. So it's like the top of your body's like on a sports bike, and the bottom of your legs are like on a traditional cruiser. Some people like, some people don't like. I think it's fine for smash around town and stuff. If I had to do an all-day ride on this bike, you'd probably feel it in your back. And that's partly because of the seat, I'm guessing. They've also beefed up the front suspension. Previous fork was, I think, a 41mm KYB. Now they're going to a 47mm Showa. Maybe that's the other way around the brands, but they beefed it up basically. And it's probably helping the braking. It's not diving. You can actually lean into a corner and give it a bit of front brake, and it doesn't unsettle too bad. It's actually very nice. If anything, you're going to be limited by the geometry of the bike. Like with all cruisers, you try and hammer it into a corner and you're gonna start scraping a few things, so you're not really going to be dragging elbow on it. But it's not for that. It's for looking cool, just like this cow person right there. Do you think that's the best bike for what he's trying to do? No, but he looks cool in his cow onesie for a race. Cow onesie guy. Pink slips, mate. He's got a cow on his handlebars as well. He's got a real thing for cows. Power! Woohoo! Good sounding bike. That's dead stock. Dead stock exhaust. It sounds great. I mean, Triumph these days, they're making motorbikes. You don't really need to do a lot of stuff. you know, you don't need to modify a lot of stuff. You know, this bike is 100% factory. It's got a good standard exhaust. It's got bar end mirrors. Everything is black on it. Being the Bobber Black, everything looks cool and everything looks black. There's nothing that looks silly. You get a lot of looks and stuff on this bike. I think it's the tractor seat design. It gets a little bit more attention, especially from like non-motorcycle people. Like I've owned a lot of really nice looking motorcycles. I've owned a lot of expensive, pretty looking motorcycles before, but rarely do they ever get any attention from non-motorcycle people. You know, I never think, some people think you can buy a motorcycle, you can pick up girls because you've got a motorcycle. It's not freaking true. Except for maybe this motorcycle. This is a motorcycle that probably looks cool and different enough. You might be able to actually pick up chicks, which is ironic because it doesn't have a passenger seat. So they kept it very minimalistic. You've got a single kind of dial tacho. Still got tons of information and stuff. So you've got your gear indicator. I've got it currently on RPM. There's no kind of rev counter except for the RPM on the dash. But you've got this little info switch. You can go through everything, fuel, bloody range. It's got cruise control, which is always good to see. I don't know, every bike should, every throttle-by-wire bike should have cruise control. I don't care what it is, just put it on. It's one button. This is actually literally one button. Most of them are a couple buttons. This is just one on, off. You just press it on and then you press it. You got to be in 4th gear, I think over 40 k's an hour. You've got a mode button as well. There is 2 modes. It's pretty basic as well. I try to keep this bike pretty minimalistic. So it's just road and rain. That's traction control and throttle map. So I think the throttle map just dulls down the throttle, beefs up a bit of traction control. I think the ABS stays the same all the time. But nice, keeping it pretty simple. You know, guys who are buying this bike don't need to. You don't need to have 16 different fuel maps and stuff. Just one if it's raining, otherwise dry. Rain and dry, that's all you need for a bike like this. Yeah, sure, if it's an R1M, have 26 different maps for, you know, what air pressure is the track day and stuff. But for a bike that you just want to get out and cruise down the beach, you don't need 52 bloody different freaking riding modes. We'll go left, see where this goes, eh? Good brakes. I know I can't hit this corner too fast because I'm going to destroy Triumph's pegs, but luckily I got plenty of brakes. It's phenomenal, these brakes. I'm going to get a real freaking go on it. Ooh! I'm not going to lie, that's better than my MT-10. It's like hitting a brick wall. Actually, the ABS was spot on. It was actually letting me lock it. Just a freaking bee's dick amount of lock, and then it released it. Previous Bobber had 1 front rotor on the front. They've gone to 2, and they're a Brembo brake, and they freaking work. Oh, beautiful spot to freaking take a picture. There we go. This is it. Beautiful spot. But this is the bike's main draw card. I mean, this is the reason why you're getting it. I mean, there's other Bonneville classics, modern classic. You know, you've got your Thruxton that you can literally do a track day on. You've got your Scrambler, which you could take some fire roads, do a bit of dirt roads, and, you know, maybe even ride through a paddock or go through a slippery ass fire trail like I did. This is for looking cool. This is what this bike does. Black, different style tractor seat that you don't see. Is that a cool shot or what? Underneath the bridge. This is what this bike's for. Now, I say you might get a bit uncomfortable on the seat. It's not actually because the seat is uncomfortable. It's the Sportster position, where you've got quite a reach to the bars and your legs are still further up. Now, this seat is adjustable. I had a look online and it looks like there's like a paddle thing under there, but I think it's 1 bolt, and you can adjust the seat up and down, and you can adjust the speedo up and down. We're not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it how it is. Gee, freaking look at the thing. Not a cruiser guy, 100%. Not a cruiser guy, but that's all right.